Single dad accidentally saw the CEO changing, but her next words shocked him. I never imagined that one wrong turn down a quiet hallway would change my life forever. By the time that day was over, I had lost the job I desperately needed, or at least I thought I had. Instead, I walked away, carrying a secret that belonged to the most powerful woman in the company. A secret that made her look me straight in the eyes and say something I still hear every time I close them. If you tell anyone what happened, you'll ruin my reputation. She paused, took a shaky breath, and added quietly, but if you stay, I think you might save my life. Those words made no sense then. They would change everything. My name is Ethan Carter. I'm 34 years old, a widowed father, and for the last 6 years, my entire world has revolved around one little girl named Lily. She was 7, full of questions, and believed I could fix anything. I never had the heart to tell her that wasn't true. After my wife Emma passed away from cancer, I sold nearly everything we owned to cover medical bills. The little auto repair shop I dreamed of opening became another sacrifice. I worked wherever I could, repair garages, delivery jobs, construction sites, anything that kept food on the table. Lily never complained. If dinner was instant noodles, she'd smile and pretend they were her favorite. If I apologized for missing a school event because of work, she'd hug me and whisper, "It's okay, Daddy. I know you're trying." That little girl deserved the world. Instead, she got me. One rainy Tuesday morning, my old pickup truck sputtered into the parking lot of Ashford Automotive Group. The company owned dealerships across the state. I wasn't applying to be an executive. I just wanted a maintenance supervisor position. Steady income, health insurance, enough to stop worrying every time Lily needed new shoes. I wiped the rain from my jacket before walking inside. The building looked nothing like any garage I'd worked in before. Glass walls, marble floors, people in expensive suits carrying tablets instead of toolboxes. I suddenly felt underdressed. A young receptionist smiled politely. "You must be Mr. Carter?" "Yes, ma'am. Please have a seat." I thanked her and sat quietly. My work boots suddenly seemed much louder than everyone else's polished shoes. While waiting, my phone buzzed. A photo appeared. Lily. Missing front tooth. Huge smile. The caption from her teacher read, "She won today's reading challenge." I couldn't stop smiling. The receptionist noticed. "Your daughter?" "The reason I get up every morning." She smiled warmly. "She's lucky." I almost laughed. No, I was the lucky one. 20 minutes later, another employee hurried toward me. "Mr. Carter?" "Yes. The interview room has changed. Follow me." I stood and followed him through several hallways. Halfway there, his phone rang. He frowned. "Sorry, emergency. Just go through the last door on the left. Someone will meet you." "No problem." He disappeared around another corner. I continued alone. The hallway was strangely quiet. Most office doors were closed. I counted. 1, 2, 3. The last door on the left. I knocked. No answer. Maybe they hadn't heard. I knocked again. Still nothing. Thinking the room was empty, I slowly pushed the door open. I was told. The sentence froze in my throat. A woman stood near a large wardrobe, quickly changing out of a rain-soaked blazer after apparently spilling coffee on herself. She had already removed the jacket and was pulling a fresh blouse over a camisole. She gasped in surprise, immediately grabbing the blazer to cover herself. "Oh!" I turned away so fast I nearly hit the door. I had the wrong room. My face burned with embarrassment. "I didn't mean to." "Wait." Her voice wasn't angry. It was calm, careful. I kept my eyes fixed on the floor. "I'm leaving." "I know." A long silence followed. Then she said softly, "You can turn around now." I hesitated before looking back. She was fully dressed in a navy business suit, every trace of surprise replaced by remarkable composure. She studied me for several seconds. "You really didn't do that on purpose?" "No. I can tell. I should probably leave before security throws me out." To my surprise, she smiled. It wasn't a big smile, just enough to change her entire face. "What position are you interviewing for?" "Maintenance supervisor." She nodded thoughtfully. "And instead of staring or making excuses, you apologized 3 different times." I was raised better than that. For some reason, that answer seemed to matter. She extended her hand. "I'm Victoria Ashford." I nearly stopped breathing. Victoria Ashford, the CEO, the owner of the entire company, the woman whose face appeared in business magazines every month. I had just walked into the CEO's private office. I am so sorry, Ms. Ashford." She shook my hand firmly. "I believe you." Before I could respond, someone burst into the office. "Ms. Ashford, the board members are waiting." The assistant stopped upon seeing me. Her eyes widened. "Who is he?" Victoria answered before I could. "Mr. Carter, one of today's candidates." The assistant looked confused. "But his interview is on the 3rd floor." "I know." Victoria glanced at me. "Our scheduling mistake." She never mentioned what had actually happened. She had protected me without hesitation. As I followed the assistant toward the elevator, I couldn't shake the feeling that the encounter wasn't over. I was right. An hour later, after finishing my interview, I was packing up to leave when the receptionist called my name. "Carter?" "Yes?" "Ms. Ashford would like to see you before you go." Every head in the lobby turned toward me. My stomach tightened. Had she changed her mind? Was I about to be escorted out after all? I took a slow breath and followed the assistant back toward the executive floor, wondering why the CEO wanted to speak to an ordinary mechanic like me.